Hi guys, today is Tuesday. So I'm actually supposed to be on my way to school right now, but this is what happened. I woke up at 6:30, prepared, did everything, had breakfast. I even did, a face bit, looking cute and all for school. And then before I left, I decided to check my emails. And guess what? We have an option to have the class online. Like you can be there physically or online. And of course, you know what your girl choose online. Because why? The weather today. Because before I left, it was around -3 degrees. And I was like, nah, it's not worth it. We'll do it online. So it's currently 9:54. Class starts at 10:30. So now I'm just doing other things before class starts. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are well. So today, because I have two classes, let me confirm. Yeah, so there's one from 10:30 to 12:30. And then the second one is from 2 to 3. Yeah, so this week and next week, it's just a boot camp. Just, easing into the semester. So that's cool. Yeah, so I will catch up with you guys later. Bye. Morning guys, so today is Tuesday. This is another week. Last week I didn't vlog as much because excuse me, because there was really nothing interesting I was doing apart from a few things I did here and there, and I think I've put the footage already. But yeah, anyway, so today I'm going into London. I have errands, so I'm just getting ready and then I leave. So let me show you something. I got earrings from Lovisa last week. I really didn't have earrings that I could wear like every day, and so I got these ones. They're so cute and very simple. I love silver. I feel like it looks really good against my it looks really good on my skin tone compared to gold. Yeah, so let me put this on and leave. That's look at me pulling my ear. That's how it looks. I like how small they are and just simple they are. This is what I like for everyday earrings, you know. Very minimal, very cute. Of course, I'm not going to forget to show you my outfit. Anyway, outfit of the day. I have this huge turtleneck, black turtleneck, this cheetah print sweater. I love it so much and it's so warm. And then I have just kawaida jeans and boots, because today I'm going to do a lot of walking. I just want to be very comfortable. So let's go. Of course, I'm going to have a jacket on and a hoodie because of my head. I don't feel like wearing a wig. As I've said, today I'm having a very long day and I want to be comfortable. I don't want to think about hair being blown by the wind. So let's go. Hi guys, today is Sunday and I want to close this vlog, but before I close it, on Tuesday I went to hunt for a student accommodation. So I am planning to move out of this place once my lease ends, which is in September. Why am I moving? So I really love this place so much, and I wish that I wasn't moving, but I have to because of circumstances. So where I'm currently staying, it's very far from everything. Like going into the city, also to school, it's a bit of a distance, and it's also quite expensive, like having to travel back and forth. Yeah, so we have to move. Oh, the sun. Okay, let me try and get a better sitting position. Okay, I hope you guys can now see me. It's quite bright and I'm just trying to balance the light and all that. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I have to move because this place is quite far from everything and the commute is quite exhausting, to be honest. And then I realized I can't have much done because of the commute, and it's also quite expensive, like moving into London from where I'm currently at. I love this place, especially the fact that I was coming from Nairobi, where, you know, the life in Nairobi, it's fast-paced, there's so much happening, the party life, it's like there's so much noise. And then I came here where it's very peaceful, it's very quiet, and I feel like it was the best place to start in a new country because it's not as fast-paced as the city. And I think that now, because I've started settling, I can now move into a fast-paced environment. So I went apartment hunting, but I was looking for a student accommodation. So the reason why I want a student accommodation is because most of them, all the bills are inclusive, and for an international student, it kind of takes away the hassle of having to think about electricity bills, water bills, Wi-Fi, and all those bills in totality. Second of all, it's just it also feels secure being in a student accommodation because of security from the entrance to the rooms, and there's also like set rules because I'm away from home, I'm new here, I don't know people, so I need that security. And then also living with people, like for me that's a bit difficult. Like if it's not my family, then I'm not comfortable living with someone, because we all know once you start living with your friends, the dynamics change, because not everyone is as clean as you are, not everyone does things the way you do your things. So I do not want to start butting heads and clashing with people because of living conditions. So those are the main reasons I'm looking for a student accommodation. And when I was hunting, the main things I was looking at was one, of course, budget. So I had, or rather I have a set budget. London is quite expensive. If you are planning to move to London, yeah, save. And then second, I am looking at the lighting in the room. So I am a content creator and I need lights. I need as much natural light as I can get. The third thing I was looking at was just the area around the accommodation. Does it feel safe? Is it close to the train station? Is it close to like the malls or the supermarkets and the stores? Also, I was looking at storage. So because I'm an international student, I live with my suitcases. So I need space where I can store my suitcases, and then also as the seasons change, where can I store my clothes, of course in those suitcases, and they do need space. So those are a few of the things that I was looking for. I am still house hunting, but I'm going to take you through some of the accommodations that I was able to go and view and just give my opinion on why I didn't like some of them and just a few that I think I would settle for. So I'm going to start with the first accommodation. It was in Wembley, and the budget, it was within my budget, and I liked the fact that it was a walking distance. Like the walking distance to the train station was like 5 minutes maximum. I loved how the communal spaces had really good natural light, and it felt airy, it felt home. I also liked that there was color, like from the reception to the communal spaces, something that I was looking for. And then now we go to the room. I loved the room, but it felt a bit small compared to where I am currently at. So the room felt a bit small, and I felt like once I had everything in there, it would feel a bit cramped. And then they only had one window, and it was very small, so there was not enough natural light coming into the room. And I loved the washroom, loved, because they had this whole huge mirror with LED lights around it, perfect for vlogging and makeup and everything. But the downside was they did not have storage, so that meant I'd have to buy storage for my bathroom. There was also no storage for like my suitcases, because now I have 3 big suitcases and 1 small one, so there was no space for storing them, meaning that the room would look more cluttered. Yeah, but those were the only downsides. But I really loved the accommodation. So I went to the second viewing. I did not take videos of this particular place because I just did not feel the vibe of the accommodation. So they have a really beautiful, like the communal spaces are really beautiful and well designed, and there's color and there was natural light. And then we went to the rooms, like from the corridor, it was dark, like it just felt dark, and then it was dirty. Oh my god, it was so dirty. There were like shoes everywhere on the corridor. I think people were eating snacks on the corridor, and there was crisps, there were papers. It was just a mess. So once I saw that, I was already turned off. And then we went into the room, and it was just grey. There was not enough light getting into the room. Like I went in there and I felt depressed. So, and that's when the room is empty. So I was just like, nah, it wasn't my vibe. So I went to my third viewing. This was in Guns Hill, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So I had seen this particular accommodation on Instagram and also on YouTube, so I kind of had an idea of what the place looks like. But you know, YouTube and Instagram, there's a lot of editing, so it's also just nice to go and see the place physically. So I liked okay, so when you walk into the accommodation, it felt a bit dark because it was surrounded by other buildings, so there was not enough light around the reception area, so it just felt a bit dull. It also felt very industrial. It didn't feel like home. The communal spaces looked really nice. There was a gym, study rooms, cinema rooms. They also had a garden which was getting really good light. And I'm just happy that that day there was sunlight because at least I was able to know how the rooms looked like with sunlight. And then the room, so I loved how spacious the room was because it was more spacious than where I am, but I was being shown a room that currently had someone staying in there. It also wasn't that clean, but I loved that there was enough storage under the bed, and then there was also no storage in the bathroom, so that meant that I'd have to buy and think of that, and also just where to store my extra suitcase. That would have been an issue. They also showed me a studio room. So this particular studio was a premium studio, but to be honest, it felt really small and it felt really cluttered because I was imagining like once you're cooking in there, and yes, it was getting enough light, but it just felt really small for a premium studio. And then I now went to another viewing. It was in Walthamstow. I'll write it down here. I can't really pronounce the area well. It was like just next to the train station, which was perfect. I loved how I just walked in and it felt really homely. The reception area was really beautiful, well lit. It was getting enough sunlight, natural light. And then the kitchen was also an issue, the shared kitchen, because it was quite dirty, to be honest. And then we went to the room. So this particular accommodation, it's under the same management as the first accommodation I went to, so everything was the same in the room. So that meant I was going to have issues with storage, and I was going to have issues with I was going to have issues with storage, but I preferred this room because there was much more light getting into the room, but it still felt small. Then I went back to Wembley now to see the final accommodation for that day, and you guys, I loved this place. I loved it, and I'm so happy that I got to view it because yes, I am still looking, but this is one of the places I'm willing to settle for. It was bright, and then they had the room itself. They had like the ceiling to floor windows, but this just applied to like the corner rooms. And then it is a studio apartment, which means I have my own kitchen, so I don't have to share. It's colorful, it's bright. The only downside was it's a carpeted floor, and I don't like carpeted floors. I don't like carpets because of allergies, and then like I'll have to vacuum a lot, Also, like when they get wet, they might start smelling, but I think that's something I can work around. And then I went into the washroom and the floor was red. If you know me, I do not like the color red. I know it sounds very petty, but I just don't like the color red. But that's also something I think I'm willing to put aside, because this room was just perfect. It felt clean. The corridors were amazing. The communal spaces were well lit. And then another downside was there's a lot of construction happening around that particular accommodation. Like buildings are coming up, but once you close the window, like you cannot hear anything from outside. Yeah, so I think the windows are soundproof. I don't know, but yeah, I closed the windows. I couldn't hear anything. And yeah, so this was the last accommodation I saw, and it's also 5 minutes away from the train station. And then there's like Wembley Park just next to the accommodation, so it has amazing views. I loved this place. But yeah, I'm still looking around, because for this particular place the budget was a bit over the top, but yeah, we'll see. It's somewhere I think I can settle. I really loved the accommodation. And also something else is I do not require a guarantor for this particular accommodation. So if you're an international student, I don't know about home students, but for international students, for you to get accommodation and be able to pay in installments, you need a guarantor. And I do not know anyone in the UK who can be my guarantor, so you have to pay for guarantor services. So that means if I am to choose this particular accommodation, I do not have to pay for guarantor services. So that is how my apartment hunting went on Tuesday. I know I've talked for so long, but yeah, I just needed to update you on what I've been up to. And I will end the vlog here, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Have an amazing week, and I love you all. Bye.